Namaskaram, Ende Peri Tabitha from Northern English. This video is about modal verbs. Now, verbs are doing words such as talking, eating, drinking, walking, but modal verbs are different. So modal verbs talk about likelihood, ability, permission, and obligation. Now they may all sound like really big words, but I will also explain those words and the meanings. If you enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe and click the bell icon so you can see all my new videos. So common modal verbs that you will have heard include can and could, will and would, may and might, shall and should, and must and mustn't. So the first meaning of modal verbs that we're going to talk about is possibility, sadyada. So the modal verbs that talk about possibility are may, might, and could. We use these when talking about when something is possible, but it's not certain. So an example could be, it might rain tomorrow. Nale mara pedekyam. Another example could be, she may come later. Korche karnya alwanekyam. It could be too late for us to go out. So these are all talking about things that are possible but are not 100% confirmed yet. So the next modal verb we'll use to talk about possibility is can. Now we use can when something is possible and you're very sure that it's true or that it happens. Sambhavikan valare sadyataulla oru karyam. So some examples could be, the food can be spicy here. The weather can be very hot in India. So when you say can, it's talking about something you're sure about and something you've experienced before. So say I'm taking a friend to this restaurant I've been to before, and I say the food can be very spicy here. I am saying that from a past experience of going to that restaurant, so I am pretty sure about that. So the modal verbs of may, might, and could talk about something that might happen or perhaps will happen, but you're not sure about it. So do you see the difference here? You could say the food can be spicy at this restaurant, which means I've experienced that and I know it can be. Or I could say the food may be spicy at this restaurant. So just to make it clear, we use can for something we're sure about and we have experienced. May, might, and could, that is still a possibility, but you're not sure and you haven't experienced it. Sambhavikan sadyada pakshe oripilla. The next one is impossibility. So we've just talked about possibility, now impossibility, asadyam. For this we use can't and cannot. For example, we can say, it can't be true, or it can't be raining outside. The weather forecast says it's hot and sunny. So something which you know to not be true. The next one is certainty, urapulla urukaryam. So for this we can use the word must, which we can use for meaning you're sure about something, you're certain about something. For example, you must be tired, you've been travelling all day. It must be very cold outside. These can be things that you know to be true. We use should to talk about something that we think is true based on facts that we know or that should happen, has a high likelihood of happening. For example, she should reply to your email soon. We should be finished by 4 p.m. In these examples, you are saying that the most likely situation is that you'll be finished by 4 p.m. So think of the word most likely, and that is when you use should. The next meaning is ability, kariwa. For this we use can and can't. I can't swim. I can speak Hindi and Malayalam. He can run very fast. She can't drive. See, it's simple. Can for something you can do, can't for something you or someone else can't do. Next is permission, anumadi. For this we can use can. Can I help you? Can I try that? Can is quite informal. We can also use could, which is a little bit more formal. Could I help you with that? Could I try that? And then the most formal one would be may. And this is very polite. So, may I help you with that? May I try that? Very polite and in very formal situations. We can also use can and may to give our permission. So if someone asks you, can I go now? You can say, yes, you can go now. Or more formal, yes, you may go now. We don't use could to give permission. We only use it when asking. So for giving permission, it is only can, less formal, and may, more formal. So the next topic is requesting, abhyarthana. So for this, we can use could and would. This is more polite and formal words to use. Could you put that over there? Would you help me with this, please? These are very polite words to use. But if you want to talk in a more informal way, you could say can or will. Can you help me with this, please? Will you give her this message, please? So if you say please, they're still very polite, but just less formal. We also use modal verbs when offering something to someone or giving something to someone. Can I give you a lift tomorrow? I'll pick you up at 10 a.m. I will, and will is a modal verb. The next one is invites, when you're inviting someone to something, kshenikuga. For this we use would. Would you like to come for dinner tomorrow? Or when asking someone, would you like more rice? Would you like to come to my birthday party? So always for invites is would. Next is suggestions, nirdesham. So when we're suggesting something to someone, we say should. You should say sorry to her. You should help more. You should wear warmer clothes in the winter. These are all suggesting something to someone. In a polite way, you will always use should. So often you're using should to suggest something that someone could do better. Like the examples I said are, you should help more. You should say, sorry, you're suggesting something someone can improve on. But if we're suggesting something positive to someone, we would use could. We could go to the beach tomorrow. We could make biryani for dinner tonight. See, these are very positive suggestions, so we use could rather than should. So the last topic is obligations, kadama. For this we use must or mustn't. You must look before you cross the road. You mustn't shout in here. You must not touch these fragile objects. Must and mustn't. So when talking about obligations or rules in the past, we use had to or couldn't. We couldn't shout in there. We always had to listen to her. We couldn't touch the ornaments. So those are all in the past tense. So that is it for modal verbs. So I hope this helps you to understand how to use these really common modal verbs. And they are really used all the time. So see how many you can use today. Once again, if you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like these. Adu til lesson el kanam.